it made me feel pretty lousy. Actually, I got off of it with the doctor's help. I was off of it for 2 months, and I was hospitalized with AFib.
Okay.
And this was back in October, and they did an echocardiogram and saw I had a aorta leaking valve causing the problem. So they stuck me back on the top roll in Lanoxin.
Oh, my God. Just for the listeners, Lanoxin is another hideous cardiovascular heart drug that poisons the heart. That's how they're working on you, buddy. They're poisoning your heart. That's what the metoprolol does. It poisons the heart. Make no mistake about it. They're not going to tell you that, but that's what it does. It poisons cardiocytes, heart cells, and the Lanoxin does exactly the same thing. This is the stupidity of the medical model. This is why I get so upset, and this is why I do this program. The logic of this is the logic they're using. We'll poison the heart to slow it down. That's what they're doing to you, and that way your blood pressure will be slower, and your heart will be less likely to go into arrhythmia. Do you want some help with all of this?
Yeah, because my heart rate's already gone down to 43.
Well, of course, it's poisoned. So here's what you need to do. And again, I hate to sound like I'm just repeating myself, but I am repeating myself because it's all basically the same thing. We talked about blood clotting with the last caller. We're talking about arrhythmias and hypertension with Steve, but it's the same thing. Hypertension, high blood pressure, cardiac arrhythmias, these are signs that the body is freaked out. It's just like you have a baby that's freaked out, except it's your body that's freaked out. So you got to love your body, just like you love your baby. You nurture your body like you nurture your baby. Number one, slow, deep breathing. We got to tell Steve, you got to tell the body it's safe. Your body thinks it's about to die. Your body thinks a tiger is about to bite your head off. You think your body wants to be in a chronic state of being afraid the head is going to come off of its body, off of your body? No, that's terrible. Now you may notice that you have arrhythmias. You may notice that you have high blood pressure. But what you're not noticing is that you're aging at an accelerated pace and you're shortening your lifespan. So you got to calm the body down. First, practice deep breathing. Sit on the couch. Get yourself an app if you have a smartphone called My Calm Beat, or another one called Bio Breathing. Sit on the couch, practice slow, deep breathing for 2 or 3 or 4 minutes at a time, once or twice a day. The more you do, the better. Just that alone is going to lower your blood pressure. White coat hypertension is the opposite. White coat hypertension is when you're freaked out by the doctor, so your blood pressure goes up. So we got to calm the body down. Yes, sir?
But you know what? They're saying the aorta valve leakage is causing problems.
That's because it's under constant duress. Yes, it probably is. You probably do have at this point. You probably have some valve issues because your heart and your circulatory system are in constant duress. The blood is being pushed really hard. The pressure is much higher than it should be. All of this can affect the valves, of course. That makes sense. But the problem isn't the valve. That's the symptom. That's the sign of the problem. The problem isn't the hypertension. That's the sign of the problem. The problem isn't the arrhythmia. That's the sign of the problem. The problem is the body is under duress. Does that make sense how I'm explaining this?
You got it does. Okay. I use magnesium.
Well, let's not go into I'm using this, I'm using that. I wanted you to get the general concept first. We got to calm the body down. Okay?
Right.
Now, oxygen's number one. The biggest emergency to the body is low oxygen. So calm the body down with oxygen, first and foremost. I should say respiration, because it's the exhale where you're blowing off carbon dioxide where the relaxation response kicks in. So powerful exhalation, even a sigh, even just making the sighing sound like this, just like that, that will lower your blood pressure. You can even feel it. Right. If you do that once, you'll even feel it. All right, no doctors required here. No medical model required here. Secondly, stabilizing your blood sugar, hyper and hypo, high and low, blood sugar is also an emergency to the body. So keeping the blood sugar stable by staying off of foods that spike the blood sugar. You know the suspects. The most likely suspects are bread and pasta and sweets and desserts and soda pop and pies and cakes and candies and potatoes and rice, etc. So make sure you're keeping your intake of sugar down. Dilute your blood sugar with more water. If you fall off the wagon, you eat dessert, make sure you're drinking a lot of water to dilute your blood sugar. Also, first thing in the morning, sometimes that helps. And then using nutrients that stabilize the blood sugar. Magnesium's a great one, by the way. So stay on that magnesium. Stay on that. absolutely stay on that. Chromium and vanadium in the sweeties, those can also help stabilize the blood sugar. There's no more important nutrients for stabilizing the blood sugar and for calming the body down than the B complex and vitamin C. So make sure you're getting plenty of those, plenty of the B complex, plenty of vitamin C. The Beyond Tangy Tangerine is loaded with both of those. And then also the last step is going to be the digestive system. As soon as toxins get into the blood through the digestive system, you will go into an emergency response. So you want to make sure that you're staying away from any foods that cause digestive distress. You may want to do a food diary to control that, to monitor foods that are causing digestive distress, and then of course eliminate those foods. The Fuchs Z has a dual role to play when it comes to helping you with your circulatory system and your digestive system. It'll cover both of those. So maybe take 3 capsules in the morning, 3 capsules at night of the Fuchs Z. The Biolumin Nightly Essence, probiotics are very important. If you got the wrong kind of bacteria or not enough of the right kind of bacteria in the gut, that can cause blood reactions, especially problems with with high blood pressure, hypertension, also maybe some heart problems. So make sure you're using the Biolumin Nightly Essence, 3 capsules in the morning, 3 capsules at night. If you can fast, that will help your circulatory system in a dramatic fashion. 1 day a week, or intermittently fasting, picking a day to just not eat. If you have a hard time with fasting, use the Suero V from Longevity. For Jordan Rubin's Suero V, you can find out about that on my website, brightsideben.com. I love the Suero V. It makes a fast really easy to do, and everybody should be practicing intermittent fasting, whether you're dealing with a chronic degenerative disease or not. Listen, you guys, health is not complicated. Health is not a doctor issue. Unless you've been hit by a bus or some kind of traumatic injury takes place, it's none of the doctor's business what's happening in your blood. It's none of the doctor's business what's happening in your blood sugar or in your digestive system. It's our business, and we have the power. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for listening, folks. We'll continue talking about anxiety, get to some supplements for anxiety tomorrow, and then continue talking about nitrates and nitrites. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You've been listening to The Bright Side. Have a spectacular, wonderful, beautiful day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson on placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
It's no secret that government and big business buy in bulk and get huge discounts not available to the little guy. Until now. Introducing a breakthrough crowd buying website where people can join together, buy in bulk, and get massive discounts on millions of popular products. It's TogetherSave.com. TogetherSave.com. You can save 20, 30, or even 50% off tablets, smartphones, cars, appliances, textbooks, sports equipment, video games, and much more. All with free delivery. Check it out. TogetherSave.com. Visit now and start group buying today at TogetherSave.com.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610, or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates, 1-800-425